Alright, now we are in chapter 11.3. We are, finishing up chapter 11. We're going to be on page 850 looking at the course review. Now we're talking about graphing our parabolas using certain characteristics about them. We're going to start by looking at number 37. It says use the vertex and the intercepts to sketch the graph of each quadratic function. So number 37. And what do we have? We have f of x equals negative parentheses x plus 1 squared plus 4. And they want us to graph. So the first thing we need to do is determine if it opens up or if it opens down. Well, your leading coefficient is negative, so we know it opens down. Basically makes this shape. Okay, opens down, makes a shape like this. The next thing we need to do is find the vertex. Well, remember the form of this is a times parentheses x minus h whole thing squared plus k. Well, when you look at our problem, it's not in the right form, right? Inside the parentheses should be a minus sign. Right now it's a plus sign. So let us rewrite this and make a minus sign in here. So we have negative x minus, well, if we make your plus a minus sign, the 1 becomes negative plus 4. So then the vertex is located at the point h comma k. The h is what follows the minus sign. The h is what follows the minus sign inside the parentheses. So it's just negative 1. And the k is what follows the plus sign on the outside. So it's 4. So you have a vertex at the point negative 1, comma 4. Great. Now let's find the y-intercept. The y-intercept is when you plug 0 in for x, right? So this becomes f of 0, which is the same as saying y, is equal to negative 0 plus 1 squared plus 4, which should be 3. So you have a y-intercept of 3. Now let's find our x-intercepts. X-intercept is when f of x becomes 0. So now you have 0 equals negative x plus 1 squared plus 4. And notice we have something being squared, so basically you want to isolate the square term, just like before. So let's subtract 4 on both sides. So now you have negative 4 equals negative parentheses x plus 1 whole thing squared. How do you get rid of, there's a negative 1 right here. So let's get rid of it by dividing by it. So now we have 4 equals x plus 1 whole thing squared. Take the square root on both sides. And I'm running out of room, but we have x plus 1 equals plus or minus 2. So x is going to be equal to negative 1 plus or minus 2, which means I have x being 1 as well as negative 3. Go through these steps and make sure you verify me. I skipped some steps along the way because I was running out of room. So I have x-intercepts of 1 and negative 3. Now we can sketch this. Okay, let's start by first plotting the vertex, negative 1, comma 4. And then the y-intercept was 0, comma 3. And the x-intercepts were 1, comma 0, and negative 3, comma 0. Now let's see if we can get the shape. It's a little off because my tick marks are a little off, but that's okay. I'm assuming. Actually, did I make a mistake? I did. That's why it's off. Let's do that again. The vertex is at -1, 4, and that's better. Okay, so now let's connect the best we can. And it's just a sketch. And there you go. So if you were to graph this with a graphing utility such as a graphing calculator, it should look like this. Alright, let's move forward. Let's look at another one. This time, let's look at number 39. I have f of x equals -x squared plus 2x plus 3. Again, we want to know if it opens up or opens down to start off with. The leading coefficient is negative, so it opens down. We need to find the vertex. This time to find the vertex, we start by doing x equal to -b over 2a, which will be -2 divided by 2 times -1, which is +1, right? So the x coordinate is 1. So then you find the y by plugging it back into your function. So it becomes -1 squared plus 2 times 1 plus 3, which should be 4. Verify that you got what I got, and I got a vertex of 1, 4. Okay, now let's find the y-intercepts. The y-intercept is when x is 0. So this problem, the y-intercept is just 0, 3. Let's find the x-intercept. The x-intercept is when f of x equals 0. So you have -x squared plus 2x plus 3 equals 0. My leading coefficient is negative, so how about we divide by a -1 to make my leading coefficient a +1. And you have x squared minus 2x minus 3 equals 0. This can be factored into x minus 3, x plus 1 equals 0, which means my x-intercepts are x equals 3 and x equals -1. Go ahead and make sure I skip steps here, so go through and take your time to make sure you can match what I get. And let's try graphing. It's just a sketch, doesn't have to be pretty. Just, have fun. Alright, so vertex 1, 4, y-intercept 0, 3, x-intercepts 3, 0, and -1, 0. And then connect the best you can. And there's your parabola. Opens down and it goes through those points. Alright, this concludes the video for 11.3. Let me know if you have any questions.